Insulation contractors single-handedly do more to reduce energy waste, pollution, and the carbon footprint of residential homes than any other trade in the residential industry. Good morning, Toastmasters. Today I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what I do at Energy Protectors as an insulation contractor, and the top 3 reasons why anybody would want to insulate their home. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. First, I was going to list out my accolades and share my resume with you, but instead, I decided to share this. This is my vision board. I created it about 2 years ago, and I think it does a really good job of summarizing a lot of my core values and what I want to achieve in the future. I have a vision of society interacting in a symbiotic way with the environment, where we don't extract natural resources and destroy ecosystems, but instead we work with rather than against nature, where our negative impact is minimized and we support biodiversity and we respect and understand the importance of ecological systems. That being said, insulation has a huge part in that vision. Insulation, and especially the building science behind it. So the top 3 reasons why anybody would be interested in insulating their home: cost, comfort, and climate. I think the cost is the easy one. Massachusetts has done a few studies, and they've averaged the total amount of heat, the cost of heating fuel for the average home in Massachusetts. And they break down as this. As you can see, natural gas is the most affordable, and electric resistance heat, the old school electric baseboards and space heaters, are incredibly inefficient. Right in the middle, though, is the air source heat pump, which are the mini split electric units, wall-mounted units, which are fantastic, and the technology with those are getting better every day. I then dug into the last 1,000 insulation jobs that I've done and compiled my own data. Every job that we do run a blower door test. This is a big fan that we put in the doorway with a pressure probe on the inside and outside, and it tells us a quantifiable measure of how much air is leaking through that house. So after we insulate, we weatherize, we run the test before and after, and it gives us a ratio of the amount of air infiltration that was reduced. Averages out to 22.5%. It's a pretty significant reduction, which is directly correlated to the amount of heating fuel that's going to be used throughout the season. So we dig even deeper than that, taking into account the mass save incentives. 75% off insulation for single-family homes, 90% off for multifamily homes, and 100% off air sealing for both. Again, the last 1,000 jobs that I've done, the average cost to the homeowner was $2,250 before the incentives. After the incentives, they only had to put $250 out of pocket to get those savings, a 22.5% reduction in their yearly bill. Taking that even further, for example, looking at heating oil, it's about $370 for the year that is reduced, so that they save. The amount they paid for those savings is $250. It's a 150% return on investment. If you don't care about the comfort, you don't care about the climate, what more do you need? It's just a good financial decision to get your house insulated. And then going even further, you get all these other free goodies like light bulbs and thermostats and the power strips, as well as ways to save water. So it's just a fantastic program. You pay into it anyway on your bill. There's an energy efficiency surcharge, so it just makes sense to take advantage of that and go through the mass save process. The second most important reason is comfort. We get these calls a lot. For cold drafts, cold floors. Noise reduction, something a lot of people don't think of. Insulation does a great job of muffling the sounds of traffic and exterior noises. And air pollution, humidity control, really important to make sure we have enough ventilation. And even pest control. Insulation is maybe thought to be good nesting grounds for mice, but it actually has a chemical in it, additive, that reduces the likelihood that mice will nest there. Which is why I came up with the slogan that a comfortable home is the ultimate source of happiness. Which, I really like that, and I think it does a lot to justify what we do and be proud of what we do. Because at the end of the day, when we leave a house and the homeowner is happy and comfortable, it makes us, it fills us with gratitude. The third reason is the climate. Now, I'm not going to make this political. It's not politics, it's science. And this is from the World Meteorological Organization. They've done a ton of studies, and I was reading through the list of peer-reviewed scientific journal articles describing all these different awful things that are happening with our climate and how much we have contributed to that. I don't have time to go into all of these, but we know this is a big one for me. Our agricultural system needs a huge revamp. I mean, we have droughts, wildfires, destruction of oceanic ecosystems, we have hurricanes and cyclones, all of these awful things that have been directly correlated to the Industrial Revolution and the amount of pollution and the amount of waste that we produce. But I am honestly not all that concerned about rising global temperatures and climate change as the media portrays it. I'm more interested in pollution, reducing our waste, and restoring the natural ecosystems that we've destroyed so that we can extract resources from the earth. Just a good idea, again, and if we can do it in a cost-effective, mutually beneficial way, then why wouldn't we do it? Like, it's just something that makes so much sense, that we have the capability of doing, and we should most certainly do that. With that, I highly encourage everybody to have a Mass Save Home Energy Assessment. It's totally free. See what the next step is, and give me a call. Nate Pointer, Energy Protectors. Thank you so much.